To the latest on the pandemic now. COVID case numbers currently sit near a 2022 low across Wisconsin, but the Food and Drug Administration says vaccine immunity is waning and there's another variant of the virus causing concern. That's part of the reason why the FDA authorized another booster today for certain people. NBC 26's Ben Boken has more on what Northeast Wisconsinites can expect and when they can get that dose.
Some Northeast Wisconsinites who received a COVID booster shot are now eligible for another.
We're seeing the emergence of BA2, a version of Omicron, a variant that is causing concern around the world. And here in the United States, we're seeing its uptick.
So on Tuesday, the FDA authorized a second Pfizer or Moderna booster vaccine for people ages 50 and older, as well as those who are immunocompromised. Purveya Health CEO Dr. Ashok Rai says this comes as protection from the first booster wanes, while officials express concern over a spreading subvariant.
We are looking like we could get more cases. We don't know the extent of that, but try to truly prevent a hospital surge.
The FDA says people are eligible 4 months after their last additional dose. But according to the DHS, that applies to less than 34% of Wisconsin residents.
The volume of the first booster wasn't where we wanted it to be, considering how many people were vaccinated. And
still, the 7-day average of cases sits around this year's low.
As far as hospitalizations go, they're very low. But we're still seeing COVID every day, but not to the extent that we were.
The FDA says it's possible Americans will need another booster in the fall, potentially tailored towards the Delta or Omicron variant.
We may need to shift over to a different variant coverage.
The CDC announced providers should make the latest doses available immediately. Purveya Health says those appointments can be made as soon as Thursday.
But I think the FDA's tunnel vision intent here is to look at hospitalizations and try to get up to a point where hospitals are not being overwhelmed.
In Green Bay, Ben Boken, NBC 26.
Let's take a look now at the state's current booster shot numbers. Just 37% of Wisconsinites ages 45 to 54 have received an additional dose. But over 45% of residents aged 55 to 64 got a shot. And almost 67% of those over 65 years or older opted for a booster. The second booster is available for those 50 and older or who are those immunocompromised.